right. Well, did we make it? Did we thread the needle? It seems we did, from what I'm understanding. As far as not having a 1-2 punch for shutdowns, D.C. is shut down. Apparently, the federal government shut down. But in Lansing, apparently we avoided it. Came this close. Jay DeBoyer here, state representative from the east side. Jay, how are you?
I'm good, Steve. How are you?
I'm good. All right, so what happened? Where are we? Bring us up to speed for anybody who's just joining us and trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, so effectively, the Michigan government is still open and operating today. I mean, I guess that's depending on which side of a perspective you come from. That's a good thing. Last night, I think we wrapped up on the House floor probably at about 2 a.m., somewhere in that window. Last March, we put forth a government shutdown prevention plan that basically said, hey, we're going to put a funding bill together that funds the essential operations of the state of Michigan, because we had started to hear rumors and rumblings about a potential government shutdown coming, obviously now, October 1st.
Right.
And Steve, I don't support government shutdowns. I don't support, leveraging the services that go to the taxpayers and the citizens of the state of Michigan in order to get pork spending, in order to get dollars allocated to a representative that they can go back to their district and put in, cricket fields or hip hop academies. I don't support that. And I think that's really bad politics and really bad policy. So we put forth a prevention plan in March, frankly, to prevent this from happening. And we were kind of mocked and laughed at, right? And told that, oh, this is just a gimmick. Well, I'm going to tell you, Steve, here we are on October 1st. And if not for us putting that bill in place in March, which we argue should have been passed then, we would be shut down right now. And but because that bill was sitting in the Senate chamber, they were able to bring it up last night, pass it, shoot it over to us in the House, and allow us to, ratify it, if you will, from our side, because they did make some modifications to it, and then send it to the governor and let her sign it. And what that has done essentially is it's kept state government open for about another 7 days. And the reason, normally I'd say, well, that's you're kicking a can down the road. But in this particular case, we have an agreement essentially with Senate Democrats and Governor Gretchen Whitmer for the budget, which means that that probably will be passed in the next 24 to 48 hours, at least based on the information I understand. It will then go to the governor. They will do their legal review, as they always do, which is typical, which they should do. And the governor intends to sign that bill. So it looks like, yes, we did avert the government shutdown. And I'm going to tell you right now, thanks to Speaker Matt Hall and Approach Chair Ann Boland for putting that together last March, we did avoid a government shutdown.
So if you plan ahead, you can avoid emergencies? Is that what I'm taking away from this?
Yeah, it is pretty amazing, isn't it? That if you actually operate government much more like at least strategic operations, much more like a business, that the potential for bad things to happen could occur, and you should probably prepare. It's amazing. You can actually function.
So, look, it's Wednesday. Do you think this week or first part of next week? Just what's your best guess?
Yeah, my best guess is that you'll see the budget pass through both chambers in the next 48 hours, and again, we are talking about politicians. So you could, anything can happen. A blow up could occur. Somebody could want to, $500,000 into their district and just say, I'm not going to support this. But yeah, next 48 hours, I would say you'll see it, and then it'll go to the governor for signature.
All right. So we're on our way. All right. In the meantime, the Department of Health and Human Services, you're not impressed. We got about 3 or 4 minutes on this one. You say it fails in its most basic responsibilities. You're fired up over this one. Tell us why.
Yeah, it makes me angry. It should make every citizen in the state of Michigan angry. This is not a Republican-Democrat issue. This is not a partisan politics issue. This is about the basic service that the state of Michigan and its government is supposed to supply to the people. Department of Health and Human Services, directed by Elizabeth Hertel, who's been there roughly 4 years. It has a $34 billion with a B, $34 billion budget, and they cannot do basic things like protect children in the state of Michigan. Case after case after case after case from credible individuals. I'm not talking about a one-off post on Facebook. I am talking about county sheriffs, former employees, prosecuting attorneys, sheriff's deputies, who have come forward and told us examples of child protective services not doing their job and not protecting children for some of the most amazing excuses and reasons.
For example,
I do not know how she can continue to be the director of Health and Human Services.
yeah. What kind of? I mean, I'm looking through everything you've got here, and the other thing is, 2,000% increase in the number of people at DHHS, making over $100,000 a year in taxpayer-funded salaries since Hertel assumed that position. So everybody's getting paid a lot more. Are you getting paid a lot more? Because I didn't get some mandated.
No, not getting paid more. And nor are the citizens, the taxpayers that are funding this debacle, nor are they getting paid more than they were in the last 4 years at that level of increase. There was 51 employees that made $100,000 4 years ago. There's over 1,000 now. And listen, I don't begrudge somebody for making a good living. That's not the point.
Whoa. Say that again. There were 51.
Yeah.
Making $100,000.
Now there's over. Now there's over 1,000.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. And if you look at the top 15 paid employees at the Department of Health and Human Services, all of their salaries are north of $350,000.
$350 for the top group of people.
Right.
So what do we need to do? I mean, look, until you win an election here, I don't know that there's much you can do. I mean, obviously you bring attention to it, and I agree with you on that. But what can you do?
Well, I mean, if you don't mind if I go a little bit political here.
The
House Republicans are the only chamber in Lansing, the only entity in Lansing that has a majority. The rest are held by Democrats. And we have consistently in the last 10 months demonstrated that we are for fiscal responsibility. We are for cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. And by the way, in this budget, we've done that. We've whacked over 2,000 ghost employees. We've made transparency on you come forward as a legislature and say you want some money to go into your district, you have to sign up and you have to go public and you have to testify to that instead of it just getting jammed in the budget. And what I would tell people is this: stop with the partisan politics and start looking at the actual behaviors and outcomes. Because if we go down the road we've gone down the last 2 years in the state of Michigan, we no longer will be competitive at any market. We will not be a place that will draw business. We will not be a place that provides good jobs. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can preach big three all you want. You can preach auto industry all you want. And yes, that's a giant segment, but it will not save the state of Michigan. You need to look at the things that are going on out of the House Republicans and make a decision come next year on which direction you believe is going to point us in an appropriate outcome.
Get us back on the road, roads that are in better shape, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Jay, got to leave it right there, my friend. Thank you for being here. Always a good conversation. A guy who's in politics but doesn't really need to be. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
As always.
Goodbye.
All right, so he says 48 hours, we're going to get it through the budget. It'll be there. And then on to the governor for signature. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I guess we will find out. I think he's probably right. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the rumblings are. And good to Speaker Hall and his team for being prepared. It's going to rain someday. Be prepared for it, right? Quick break here at the Steve Gruber Show. I'll be right back.